I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig.
Adults around the world are secretly developing British accents. From a little pink pig. If you're a parent, you've probably seen Peppa Pig more times than you can count. Whether you're a fan or not, there is no denying that Peppa Pig has become a household staple around the world.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, it's yours.
It's George.
By the way, a household staple is something that's very common or essential in most homes, something almost everyone uses or is familiar with. For example, milk, bread, and eggs are household staples in many countries. And apparently, this is true for Peppa Pig now. You can learn and review this expression along with others you'll see highlighted in blue on our own app. There we've put together a special flashcard deck to help you remember all the new vocabulary faster and more effectively. You can unlock the premium lesson with Peppa Pig for free right now. In today's fun and family-friendly lesson, we'll join Peppa and her family as they make pizza together, and then help Daddy Pig build a brand new house.
What does everyone fancy for lunch today?
Can we have pizza?
Ho, ho! I'm a bit of an expert at making pizza.
Can George and me help?
Of course.
To make pizza, we need flour,
Tomatoes,
cheese, and for toppings, we've got all sorts of nice things. Sweet corn.
mushrooms, olives.
Pineapple!
Ah, pineapple on pizza? No, that's just not right. In fact, I think pineapple on pizza is against the law.
Silly Daddy.
Oh,
While you're watching and learning with this scene, use the comment section to tell us, should pineapple go on pizza or not? I know my Italian friends would say, it's an absolute no-go. But how about you? What's your favorite weird pizza ingredient?
what does everyone fancy for lunch today?
Can we have pizza?
In British English, fancy means to want or feel like having. However, in the US, people would probably say, what do you want for lunch? Or what are you in the mood for? Check out this example from Scoop.
Follow my lead. Who's hungry?
Check out the specials.
So, what are you guys in the mood to eat?
Ho, ho! I'm a bit of an expert at making pizza.
We can see a great modifier here, a bit of. For example, you could say that you're a bit of a novice at playing guitar, or a bit of an introvert in social situations. Daddy Pig adds this to show off his skills in a humble way. Maybe he's not a professional, but he knows his stuff.
Can George and me help?
Of course.
Can you spot a mistake here? Choose the correct option. George and me, George and I, me and George. This is actually a super common mistake. Even many native speakers say it without thinking. A grammatically correct variant is George and I. But in spoken English, you can hear all three variants. But if you are learning English, aim to use George and I. And here's a quick test to avoid the mistake. Try removing the other person from the sentence and see how it sounds. Can me help? Sounds wrong, right? Can I help? Yeah, that works.
To make pizza, we need flour,
Tomatoes,
cheese,
This is flour, a soft, powdery stuff made by grinding grains, one of the main ingredients for making pizza. And yes, flour sounds exactly like flour. Same pronunciation, different meaning.
To make pizza, we need flour,
tomatoes,
cheese,
So yes, it's called tomatoes in the UK and tomatoes in the US. But for some reason, potato is pronounced the same in both countries. Fun fact, When someone says tomato, tomato, it just means it's basically the same thing. It's used when there is a minor difference between two options or ideas, but it doesn't really matter which one you pick. Like, who cares if you say tomato or tomato? It's still pomidor in Ukrainian. And how do you call this fruit in your country? Write us in the comments while we show you this example from the Modern family.
It's okay to eat tuna, but not dolphin. My theory is a fish is a fish.
Well, a dolphin's actually a mammal.
Tomato, tomato.
More like tomato cow.
And speaking of little differences in vocabulary, like we've just explored, if you're not reviewing these often, you're going to forget them. And when the opportunity comes to use this expression like tomato, tomato, you ain't gonna use it, unfortunately. You've also already learned the phrase a household staple early in this lesson, but will you remember it next week? Well, you can test yourself and review all these expressions right now in our special flashcard deck on the Real Life app. This is how it's gonna look. Let's review the phrase a household staple. When something is a household staple, what does it mean? A household staple is something almost everyone has or uses at home. So how did you do? Did you remember right? Yes, sort of, or no? To make sure these words become second nature and ready for use in real-life conversations, regular, quick reviews like this are crucial. And a spaced repetition software that's built into our app is a great help for that. You can get access to the premium lesson with Peppa Pig for free and review all the expressions on the Real Life app by clicking the link below on your phone. It will get you straight to the lesson.
And for toppings, we've got all sorts of nice things. Sweet corn,
Mushrooms, olives,
Pineapple!
A topping is anything you put on top of food like pizza or ice cream. And all sorts of things mean lots of different kinds of something. So they have lots of different toppings for their pizza. And Bart Simpson has all sorts of problems at school. Check it out.
Lisa, I want to pass that test, but I need your help. I have all sorts of problems. Lack of attention, I'm afraid of ovals, I only know 24 letters.
Pineapple on pizza? No, that's just not right. In fact, I think pineapple on pizza is against the law.
silly daddy.
This is a fun, exaggerated way of saying something is wrong or strange, in your opinion. Like socks with sandals? That's just not right.
In fact, I think pineapple on pizza is against the law.
Silly daddy.
Against the law, when used literally, means something is illegal. But here it's clearly a joke, set to make fun of a situation, or not sound rude or too direct.
Wait a minute, Burns. You don't have a functioning AC system at a nuclear plant? That's against the law.
That's impossible.
Silly daddy is a classic Peppa Pig line. Silly means funny, foolish, or not serious. Can be used lovingly and is very common in English, especially when speaking to kids or teasing someone gently. All right, pizza's done. Now it's time for something a little more serious, like building a whole house.
What are you doing, Daddy?
I'm building a new house.
It's very small.
Oh, no, this is a model. The real house will be much bigger.
Ah!
And this is a drawing of what needs to be built.
I think something is missing, Daddy. There.
Peppa has drawn a swing to go outside the house.
Hello, Mr. Pig. What's it to be? Car park? Swimming pool? Rocket station?
A house? Can you build it exactly like this, please?
But bigger.
Mr. Pig wants a house.
Is it going to be built of straw?
Or sticks? Or bricks, Mr. Pig?
Bricks, please.
Good choice.
Can I help?
Could you put a blob of mortar here?
It looks like squelchy mud.
Mortar is a very special kind of mud that sticks bricks together. Peppa, would you like to lay the first brick?
Yes, please.
While it might look just like playtime, there is actually a bunch of advanced vocabulary related to construction hiding in this short scene. The kind you don't usually hear in everyday conversations, but that are super fun and useful to learn. Let's break them down one by one.
What are you doing, Daddy?
I'm building a new house.
It's very small.
Oh, no, this is a model.
A model is a small version or replica of something real, like a house, car, or airplane, often used to show what the real thing will look like.
And this is a drawing of what needs to be built.
I think something is missing, Daddy. There.
Peppa has drawn a swing to go outside the house.
A swing is something you often see on a playground, a seat hanging by ropes or chains that goes back and forth. As a verb, to swing means to move back and forth, like a swing in the park. There's a nice phrase I'd love to teach you. What do you think mood swings means? Like in the sentence, he has mood swings. Does it mean slow swings, fancy clothes, or sudden change of mood? When you have mood swings, it means you shift between two states or emotions. Check it out in this example from The Simpsons.
I've read that people do strange things in their sleep when they've taken Napien. See? May cause dry mouth, mood swings, and nighttime kookiness.
Mood swings! Mood swings. Mood swings. Mood swings? Mood swings.
Hello, Mr. Pig. What's it to be? Car park? Swimming pool? Rocket station?
What's it to be is a casual way of asking, what do you want, or what should it be? Imagine you're at an ice cream shop and the worker asks, what's it to be? They mean, what flavor do you want? A car park is a place where you leave your car when you're not using it. In other words, a parking area. In American English, it's called a parking lot. This is another great example of the little vocabulary differences between British and American English, and you'll notice them more and more as you keep watching and learning with us. Now in this next part, can you spot a reference to a classic fairy tale? Let's see.
Mr. Pig wants a house.
Is it going to be built of straw?
Or sticks? Or bricks, Mr. Pig?
Bricks, please.
Good choice.
Straw, sticks, and bricks. Let's look at these one by one. Straw is dry grass. Sticks are small, thin pieces of wood, and bricks are hard, rectangular blocks used in real construction, strong and long-lasting. This is likely a reference to The Three Little Pigs, a classic story where each pig builds a house, one with straw, one with sticks, and one with bricks. Which house survived when the big bad wolf came? The one made of bricks, of course. So yes, good choice, Daddy Pig.
Could you put a blob of mortar here?
It looks like squelchy mud.
Mortar is a very special kind of mud that sticks bricks together. Peppa, would you like to lay the first brick?
Yes, please.
Mortar is a thick, sticky mixture used in construction to hold bricks together, kind of like glue for buildings. A blob is a small round amount of something soft or wet, like a blob of ketchup, paint, or in this case, mortar.
It looks like squelchy mud.
When water and earth mix, they become mud. It's something pigs love to roll in, and Peppa and George love to jump in. Squelchy describes something wet and soft that makes a squishing sound when stepped on or squeezed. Think of walking in thick mud after it rains. That's squelchy.
Mortar is a very special kind of mud that sticks bricks together.
Here, stick means to attach things together so they stay in place. Stick can also be a noun, meaning a thin piece of wood, like the sticks we talked about earlier when the pigs were choosing building materials. Stick is one of those super flexible words in English that has multiple meanings. Let's explore some of them. So if you stick to something, you continue doing it. You don't give up. Like, I'm trying to stick to my study schedule. If you get stuck, past of stick, you can't get out. physically or metaphorically, like I'm stuck on the intermediate plateau, which means you can't get past the intermediate level of English. Hopefully you find our lessons helpful in this situation.
Peppa, would you like to lay the first brick?
To lay a brick means to place it carefully in the right spot, usually with mortar, as part of building a wall or structure. So when Peppa lays the first brick, she's doing the very first official step in building the house, and that's a pretty big deal. In real life, this moment is often symbolic when building important public places like a hospital, church, library, or school. Someone special is often invited to lay the first brick or lay the cornerstone. Now, it might have seemed like an easy ride, but look how much we've learned today. How about testing what you've learned? Let's watch the scenes one more time, this time without subtitles, and answer the quiz questions to see how well you remember the new expressions you've learned with the Peppa Pig lesson. Are you ready? Let's go!
What does everyone fancy for lunch today?
Can we have pizza?
Ho, ho! I'm a bit of an expert at making pizza.
By saying I'm a bit of an expert at making pizza, what does Daddy Pig mean? He's not an expert in making pizza. He knows how to make pizza. He was taught by an expert to make perfect pizza.
Can George and me help?
Of course.
To make pizza, we need flour,
Tomatoes,
cheese,
What is the word to call what you put on top of pizza or ice cream? It's topping.
and for toppings, we've got all sorts of nice things. Sweet corn,
mushrooms, olives.
Pineapple! George likes pineapple on his pizza.
Pineapple on pizza? No, that's just not right. In fact, I think pineapple on pizza is against the law.
Silly Daddy.
When someone says something is against the law as a joke, they usually mean it's dangerous and should be avoided. It's weird or wrong in their opinion. It's a criminal offense.
What are you doing, Daddy?
I'm building a new house.
It's very small.
Oh, no, this is a model. The real house will be much bigger.
Ah!
And this is a drawing of what needs to be built.
I think something is missing, Daddy. There.
Name an object that Peppa has added to the drawing. It's a swing.
Peppa has drawn a swing to go outside the house.
Hello, Mr. Pig. What's it to be? Car park? Swimming pool? Rocket station?
A house? Can you build it exactly like this, please?
But bigger.
Mr. Pig wants a house.
Name the things you see on the screen.
Is it going to be built of straw?
Or sticks? Or bricks, Mr. Pig?
Bricks, please.
Good choice.
Can I help?
Could you put a blob of mortar here?
It looks like squelchy mud.
Which of these things could be squelchy? A muddy path after heavy rain, a pile of dry leaves, a tub of slime.
Mortar is a very special kind of mud that sticks bricks together. Peppa, would you like to lay the first brick?
Yes, please.
Good job, that's it for today. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel and give this video a like, and remember to practice all these fun new words on the Real Life English app. Just click the link below and it'll take you straight to this Peppa Pig lesson inside the app. I'll see you there, or in the next lesson you can watch right after this one.
I thought I heard new voices. Welcome to Sunnyside, folks. I'm Lotso Huggin' Bear, but please call me Lotso.
Buzz Lightyear, we come in.
First thing you gotta know about me, I'm a hugger. Oh, look at you all. You've been through a lot today, haven't you?
Oh, it's been horrible.
Well, you're safe now. We're all cast-offs here. We've been dumped, donated, yard sales, second-handed, and just plain thrown out. But just you wait.